The transitional period of DC over the last couple of months has definitely been interesting to watch, as James Gunn prepares superhero fans for a brand new universe. Some are still trying to come to grips with all of the changes. The Snyderverse might have had its problems and critics, but it also had some very strong supporters. Not every movie within the Zack Snyder universe was a hit with fans, but the casting choices certainly had everyone excited. There is one name that stood tall above them all, and that is obviously Henry Cavill. Many considered Cavill to be widely underutilized, and with that, most were looking at James Gunn as the savior that would use Henry more and give us the experienced Superman many were hoping to see. James Gunn decided to take a widely different approach, and instead of bringing the old cast back, rebooted the whole universe. There is still speculation that some of the old cast can return, but sadly the role of Superman will soon belong to someone else. This is not the only recasting that will happen within the new DCU under James Gunn. As we prepare for the new Flash movie, we are also preparing to say goodbye to the current Batman. Ben Affleck has been donning the cape since 2016, and although he never got the opportunity to star in his own solo movie, he did do many great things with the character. To say that the casting of Ben was controversial would be a massive understatement. Although one good movie can shoot an actor's career into stardom, one bad movie can ruin your reputation forever. Many still remember the abomination that was Daredevil. With the aftermath of that 2003 stinker, not too many were excited by the prospect of a Ben Affleck-led Dark Knight. Luckily, it all worked out, and now he is one of the most beloved Batmen ever. It is, however, time to say goodbye to him, as Gunn prepares for yet another take on the Caped Crusader. Your confusion will be excused, however, if you thought that Affleck was already replaced a few years back by Robert Pattinson. Pattinson is but one of two Batmans that have found a home within the DCU over the past few years. Existing outside of the main story as a standalone will allow Gunn to cast yet another Bruce Wayne. This Bruce will overlap with the other DC heroes and eventually assemble together as the Justice League. The catalyst for these changes will be the Flash movie, as Ezra Miller's title character is expected to reset the universe, making away with the old cast and bringing in a new one. Over the last couple of weeks, there has been quite a number of speculation about who exactly the new Batman actor will be. The rumors regarding the recasting have been all over the place, with guesses ranging all the way from fascinating to downright crazy. With Michael Keaton returning to the iconic role in the Flash movie, many took the opportunity to speculate that another old actor could return to take up the mantle. The main rumor on Twitter seems to speculate that George Clooney would return to reprise his 1997 Batman and Robin role. This speculation stems from the fact that Gunn recently announced that a Batman and Robin story is under development. This rumor was quickly dismissed, though, as Gunn denied the fan casting of an old actor is absolutely not true. Others also speculated that if Clooney would not return, another previous Batman would return to reprise the role, to which Gunn also responded by saying that the next casting choice would be reserved for a new actor. Considering that the next Dark Knight movie will focus on Bruce Wayne and his child, it is likely that the actor being cast will be middle-aged. While Gunn has set his sights on a much younger Superman, Batman will be far more mature. This did also leave the door open for Affleck to keep his cape, but we do now know that not to be the case. Although the new DC slate has been announced, there are still lots of questions to be answered about exactly what we should expect from this rebooted Monsters and Gods Phase 1. Now that we know which movies to expect, most have moved on to the next form of speculation, and that is the casting. Superhero fans are extremely dedicated, but with that, also the most unforgiving towards anyone that they feel might be misplaced within the role. The next set of actors will have massive boots to fill as they look to rebuild the DC universe. James Gunn is an experienced director with many great movies next to his name, but he is now finding himself in a much bigger role. As the CEO of DC, he is expected to recreate the magic that Marvel brought to studios over 10 years ago. Although many feel like he might not be the best choice for the job, those within the industry definitely feel otherwise. The Marvel boss recently spoke about the casting of Gunn as the man in charge at DC, and he had nothing but praise for the soon-to-be former Marvel director. In a recent interview, Marvel boss Kevin Feige was asked about the choice to hire Gunn as DC CEO, and stated that he cannot wait to see it. He said, "It was not dissimilar to when we talked about him doing the Suicide Squad. I said, that's awesome, and I can't wait to see it. I've never been shy about loving those characters. I had Superman posters all over my walls in my childhood bedroom, and I went to work for the Donners, Richard Donner and Lauren Schuler Donner, because of Superman." Feige further praised Gunn by stating, "The notion of those characters being in such good hands with James is exciting, and it's very cool, after he finishes Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, of course." Overall, the next few years are going to be very interesting to watch. This brand new universe under James Gunn is only beginning to take shape, and only time will truly tell how all all of this is going to play out. Warner Bros. Right now seems to be throwing their full support behind Gunn, and as long as that continues, I see a bright future ahead for the DCU. As excitement for the Marvel Universe starts to fade, fans are looking towards a new beginning, and hopefully, James Gunn can deliver on that.